Alright, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of North Korea. We're starting back up, kind of trying to get a couple things going. We got our internal influence up to 60%, or our independence, so we can take a couple trees, but we first want to get naval yards unlocked. We can start building our own replacement navy vessels to extend our range. Because right now we can only send vessels kind of in this area. We couldn't take any military action against anyone if we wanted to, other than Korea. Like, we would just be attacking Korea. So we're very limited right now in our, I guess, reach. I'll just call it reach. The and I don't really see kind of like any advantage right now that we can take. Like, they have 10 times, I'm going to assume they have like 10 times our planes. These are all going to be like 4th gen. Well, if these are Phantoms, they're not. We might be okay. Navy-wise, this is not something we can, like, this is twice as big as ours. Ground units, they're going to have more, better units. I'm actually not terribly worried. They don't have, like, I don't know. We'll see if we get more info on their stockpile, what that turns out to be. It just doesn't look like a good idea to attack right now in the year 2007. And then we'll see what we get for a resource, I guess. Where does it add it? So it'll get added to Kingwon, which is this province. This has no resources, so we'll be able to tell what we got. Probably gonna be steel again. I assume that's what we got last time too. Do we have a available research? I don't think we do. That's interesting. Um, we're working on a network infrastructure in Hamyong. I think after that, we either have to just buckle it down and build a nuclear power plant, or we need to work on rail lines. And we do not have the research speeding up rail lines, so I'm thinking we go for an industry. Let's see how much power we have. Yeah, we could get one more industry and then go for power, or we could go power and then just get one power plant and then pump industry. It's kind of neither here nor there. We're screwed either way in that sense. There's just not a lot of options. Yeah, and then productivity wise, 1.3 jets a month, maybe? Or no, It'd be like 0.7 jets a month. My bad. So we're making jets, but not very fast. Yeah, and I can get another factory here in a second. So I do have that going for us. As we are going to increase our debt for a little bit. 12 days on the resource. We'll combat for an influence again. And then we'll sit on the political power we do have. How many air regions? So it'd be one, possibly two, three or four air regions. So we'd need at least 75 fighters to get air superiority. And then who? Palau. Or is it Peleliu? I think it's Palau. This would be a good place for us to grab if we could airdrop onto here. That might be parachuting in. Yeah, that might be the way. That might be easier than trying to make enough naval vessels. Plus, we have the heavy lift aircraft. It just depends what our range is. Alright, so let's see. We can't make it that far. We can go to this region. I think everything here is pretty much owned by Japan or the United States. Yeah. So that would be where the aircraft design situation comes in. It would be easier, but not so it's quicker to research the Navy, slower to build. Quicker to build the aircraft because we only need one set of heavy lift aircraft to make the invasion. It's a very interesting position I find myself in here. 9 days on that. I'm gonna go ahead and just cancel our trade. And yeah, we boost the time we make this to next month, I think. And then I'm gonna shift to yeah, I think I'll shift over to energy from there. That's tough. That's a tough one. Because our power keeps fluctuating so much. And then we're gonna have 10 million more. This gives us a research bonus on submarine equipment, which is what we need for the engines. We're going diesel electric engines, not nuclear, I think. Unless nuclear is available. Where's the arduous march? Okay, so we should have got the resource. What did we get? We rolled a tech metal. Tech metal and regular metal were not what we needed. Nor light metal. Oil, rubber would have been really good. Precious metal's not as good. It's pretty sad. But I'll take it. Tech metal is better than some of the other options, so. But that's what you get when you gamble. Alright, so that's naval bases. This is naval yards. This is what we need. So we get 2 naval yards. We're about to finish up a research here that we're going to swap over into Navy or naval research. I'm going to go ahead and start lobbying for Kim Jong-un. I don't see supporting candidate over the others cause stability to be lost. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Well, we have enough influence to actually get war declarations declared. It's just not going to be useful. That's sad. I wish we had rolled a rubber. Got poor rolls, guys. There's no such thing as YouTuber magic. If anything, the only way I could fix that is just reloading the save over and over and over again. And hoping it rolled something else or something like that and then cutting it. But that's lame. That would be YouTuber magic, and then y'all wouldn't get an episode for like 2 days. Hmm. Here we go. 320 billion GDP with a GDP per capita of 12,000. That's not the worst. And we're catching global average productivity ever so slightly. Our interest rate is up to 4%, though. We are kind of taking a hit there as we go for this upgraded shipyards rush. Kind of killing us. But this actually should give us some GDP output too, and affect our employment, which is really bad now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, this is increasing our social spending costs by a ton. What is our welfare? Yeah, this could be way less. Yeah, we need jobs, guys. We need more factories. Oh, man. So we can actually build a factory by 2009. So, well, it's going to be very tight. If I lower this, how much leeway do we have? We have like 2. Okay. I can totally build more factories. That's what I'm saying. So we're just gonna pump factories out as fast as possible. So let's actually get that set up. So everyone knows that we're North Korea and we are not to be messed with. Where would be a factory bonus? It's available resources. Did I skip it? Because this is military infrastructure. This is local infrastructure, which is railways and everything. Renewable gives this adds a building slot, which is great, but we don't like we have plenty of building slots. Productivity bonus. General investments. There's nothing here. Add. I don't see anything that actually boosts industry. Unless I'm blind. This actually boosts energy like production for like reactors. So the only thing we could do is take yeah, there's more building slots. So productivity growth in the province. Might as well add to the expenses. We'll just keep bumping that. And then yeah, so that debt that knocked us down with the energy. Ooh, that might be problematic. All right, we are going to have to do we're going to have to do some some differences in my order. Those naval shipyards were too energy heavy. I thought we had enough. But I'm pretty sure we just got screwed by the renewable energy situation. Yeah, so we have 1965 hulls, 1980 Corvette. So this is 1965. We don't care about that. This is a 1980 frigate. The 1965 frigates. We're gonna get rid of that. Hmm. That's redundant. Do we have the Corvette? We do not. Yeah, that's a bad idea. We're not doing that. All right, we just made our debt situation even worse. We're gonna have to like cool out on the loans and such. We're gonna go ahead and try and sell weapons again. I'm gonna say let's get over here and expand our black market. Yeah, so we'll go ahead. This should give us more money. And if we just have to pay down this debt. That's all it amounts to. That's what's happening here. All right. And then rather than take the naval things I want, I'm going to have to take
some power stuff. Yeah, we're just gonna keep with the factory for now, I think. Or no, we'll go power plant again. We'll keep it on the power plant. We just need one power plant to build. Then I'm gonna take out 5 billion in loan. Keeps us right at 5%. Then production wise, let's go ahead and not make anything. This is gonna make, that would make our resource situation untenable. All right, we'll go ahead and sell those. Try and give that. We could combat foreign influence, but I'm gonna hold off for the resource spawn in the arduous march. Thinking 200 political power at a minimum is kind of where we want to sit in case of an emergency. All right, we got another operative. Yeah, we'll go with her. Should give more trade routes. Let's go ahead and expand the black market now. We got money. We're gonna pay down the debt. Take more debt out. Yeah, so we're gonna use weapon sales here to pay off what, like all 100 billion we just accrued in debt. Yeah, and then we get Syria, Hezbollah, Iraq, and Iran that we can sell to. Where's our research? I can't. This is taking forever. I mean, I guess swapping modern battle stations for naval research isn't too bad. That's not the worst thing to go from military to military. I'm not like losing any of our economic growth that I was already gaining. All right, let's try and sell weapons to Syria here. And then I guess Hezbollah or someone. Let's see if they buy them. And we're going to use her. I think our first target might be this little island of Palau. Yeah, I'm thinking Palau would give us the lead. That gives us enough footprint to go for pretty much anyone. I think that'll be our first test of a naval invasion too, if they don't have a ton of units. Okay, so we made some money, so we're gonna pay that off. And we're just hurting right now. Could combat foreign influence, which I think we should do. We could apply for observer status in the Shanghai Cooperative Organization with Russia and China and all them. But I really don't want to be in a block. I want North Korea to be their own power. I don't like other people. The isolationist in me, I don't know why. Let's see. Stealth experimentation is huge if we can get it. Get it. That would be a huge thing to get for North Korea. Be kind of wild. Unemployment's terrible. Alright, so we expanded the black market again. I don't have the money to pay for that, so we're not doing those. Excavation tech for resources. This would be internet tech, which we need. Is there anything with Iran that might boost our chances of getting international investment from them? Maybe. Missile tech. Yeah, I'd rather get internet research. Oh, they don't want them. They want them. Alright, so we're going to pay that off. Take out a loan. Tax cost is still one factory. Oh, God. You can try Libya if we get more command power. That's something to look at. Do we have officers I can throw in? Entrenchment speed. This gives armor divisions bonuses. Gives max command power a bonus. Honestly, we'll go ahead and just take it. Can really help us. Or at the expense of recovery rate. This is terrible. These are terrible. Absolute junk. Alright, Hong Kong, I know you have money. You should want to invest in us. Ooh, perfect. So we're gambling on a roll for Hem Young. Our big provinceer. Pray for a rubber. That's all we can do. One rubber would be game changing. How dare they? I'm not joining any sanctions. That's not something we can do. We just opened up the end of the world. We're in a very fragile economic state. I'm sorry, Iraq. You're on your own. Not gonna work out. All right. Guess we should do this while Iraq exists. If they're in some last-ditch effort before getting deleted, maybe we should do this. What gives you war support? Needing war support is a wild place to be. Because if I get construction here, and then I flip over to get nuclear power bonus like gains, that'll boost our construction speed of it, and also increase the power output of the one we already have. All right, so I don't need holes. I would think submarine engines is what we want, considering I cannot make surface reactors. Vessels. I think we're good on equipment. Like, so these would be jet turbine engines. That's a research ahead. I'm not doing that. So I need to just check the designs. I might do this. Yeah, let's boost our research speed with and kick that over. Active protection systems. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I'm gonna play around here. Oh, time. Thanks for watching. Catch everyone on the next episode as we are going to mess with our equipment then. Let's check the log. So economy-wise, I think we're playing a little bit of catch-up here. Yeah, so 329 billion. Still ahead of Finland, just below Syria. Yeah. Somehow Morocco's ahead of us. We do have major power problems, so that's annoying. Civilian industry is going to be outside our realm of control. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all in the next one.